Welcome back, guys. This is part 8 of the CMS tutorials. Okay, now we can start jumping into proper PHP, and what we're going to be doing, maybe let's see how long this tutorial takes. I'll probably try and keep them under 10 minutes. But this section, doing the admin login, is going to be a bit bigger than what we've done so far. Okay, so first thing we need to do is create an admin folder. Now if we do that within the core folder, and next we're going to need to make an admin login page. So if we just have a look, well, basically we're going to just pinch the template page, save as, call this admin login.php. Update links, yes. Now before we update the links, if you look on the left hand side here with where it says core includes, update the links. There we are. Now these two dots and / basically means it's going back up one in the folder, because the index services and templates, they're already in the root folder with core. Admin is within inside core, so it's basically coming out and then back in. Okay, let's get on with it then. The first thing we need to do really is build a form. So all of this in here needs to go. Okay. Let's put okay, the form method is going to be post. So we need to pull out the information that we're going to be typing into the website. And action, you can put admin login.php, but you don't really need to, but I always put it just in case. Instead you could just put an asterisk. Nope, sorry, not an asterisk, hashtag. Like that. Okay. First one I'm going to need to do is username. And the input name will be username. I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit funny, guys. I've seem to have some sort of cold or something coming. The type is going to be text. ID will be username. And let's limit the size to 40. I don't want this to be too large across the page. And we'll make it auto-focus to this text box. So if you look in. Okay. Yeah, we don't want them on the same line really, and these seem to be quite close. So we'll do drop down line, put in a break tag. And you'll often see me tidying up the code like this. I'm a bit OCD-ish. I like my code to kind of be in line. Makes it a lot easier to read when you've got loads of code on your page. Okay, let's have a look what we've done so far. Put a break tag in there. Let's put a break tag there also. There we go. And now another couple of break tags. break tag input. Input type this time would be password. Oh, sorry. Input name password also. ID also password. It's just in case you want to do some different kind of CSS to this later on. And the size again would reduce to 40. Another couple of break tags. Now for our button. So input type will be submit. The name submit. ID submit again for later on if we decide to really make the form fancy. It might be good enough as it is now. We'll have a look. And the value will be login. Okay, let's save that out. And see what it should look like. Of course, core admin and admin login dot php. There we go. Okay, now obviously what we need to do is when we're typing in these to these text boxes, we need to get the values from these. And in a moment we'll create the database and table where the values are going to be pulled from. Obviously our login details. But for anybody out there that's listening that doesn't understand anything about forms really, let me show you pretty much how they work. Okay, so we've got our username here. Now our input type, our username, that's the first text box. Pull up, that's this one. And then you've got password, that's that one. So obviously we're typing values into here. Once we click the button, we want it to do something. Okay, so if we go up to here and say, right, okay, if is set and now, let me write this out and I'll show you what I mean now. Submit. Okay. Basically, where it comes to coding, I like to read things. Normally make sense if you read them backwards. Right. So if submit, that's the button here. If not type, sorry, name. If submit is posted from our method post, if that is set, then what do we want it to do? Well, in this instance, because it's just an example for me to show you what's going on, we want it to echo the username and the password. So echo, and again we're going to be using the super variable post. This is here, echo post, and then we put in username. Also echo post and password. Okay, the problem with doing it just like that, they're going to be right next to each other. For example, if I put in Ade and into the form username Ade and then password as password, the way this is written out, it will throw back and it will look like that. So to solve that, we need to concatenate, so add on to this echo a break tag, just like that. Okay, let's save this out and let's test it. Okay, and refresh. Okay, so as I said, well, I'll keep to my example, aid and password. Okay, it hasn't thrown out the password. Why is that? I see. Typo. Let's try that again. There we go. Aid and password. If we do it again now as say computer first aid, and again we'll use password. There we go. Right, guys. I'm going to stop the tutorial there, and we'll go on to make some more admin login pages in a moment. I'll see you in part 9, I believe.